Little spot by here sells noodles. Very nice.
Hmm. I
Well,
think I remember this place.
yeah.
It's vaguely familiar.
Technically, I didn't find it. I think Hamsky brought a bunch of us over here one time while we were out wandering the streets in a big group.
Oh,
How has Sokoto unit and Iris unit been? Have been doing well over break?
has been alright. Few days here and there. Busy with preparations for the new year.
Mm. Where was it? Oh, apologies. Didn't realize you were not following. It is a lot more busy here than last time.
Can see. Things looking more cleaned up.
I think it is this one. It is in fact not this one.
It is in fact not. I think that's someone's home. Should probably not go in there.
Mm.
Are you looking for that place?
Maybe there is a noodle bar around here. I say bar. I guess they do sell alcohol, but has good food. Maybe it is this place.
One of these shops over here. Recall, Homski-san wanted to come back. This is the place.
Yes. And then can order food, then sit down eat.
Sure. Not too hungry, but figured it would be nice.
Yeah. Can get some
Why don't you
noodles.
order
Yes.
for us?
Understood. Feel free to have a seat.
Whatever you think sounds good.
God, I'm underprepared for this.
I think this place has gotten smaller since the last time I was here.
Maybe it was before you got taller.
Yes. That was the joke.
Oh, understanding. I know. Can get some. What's it called? What is the dish called where it is the noodles and then they put the beef on it?
Beef on it?
Yes,
Tonkotsu?
maybe. Can get some tonkatsu? Thank
It's a
you.
very vague description. Many dishes like this.
Here is definitely some tonkatsu. Sorry about this being very impromptu.
No, it's alright.
Just wanted to see how you've been doing.
Doing alright. The end of the year is always a bit busy, but also a time for reflection, for looking back.
Oops. Definitely full.
Careful. So, what about you?
I haven't been doing a whole lot. Just a lot of sitting around.
Nothing interesting?
Sadly not. Things that the rack have been relatively stable, which is good.
It's always good to hear. Ramsky-san has not been getting himself into any trouble, has he?
Not in particular. At least not to my knowledge, anyways. There was some talk of potentially increasing security in areas in the mega building, particularly closer to the apartments. There's some issues with the family again.
I see. That's never any good news. Are they poking their heads around, or
Seems like they
making
are.
demands?
The family are fucking with Mo, for the most part.
Also wanted to talk a couple days ago. It's asking for advice on meditation, clearing one's mind.
Probably related.
I tried to reach out to them again.
On
I
the
remember
bright,
hearing something about a mask, something to do with them and Mosa.
maybe? I don't know. I don't really keep up with security comms as much as I should. But I know they've been having issues. They broke into their apartment and they had to go run out over into the market to go deal with stuff. Or escape them? I don't know. I don't know the whole situation. On the bright side, it seems that, strangely enough, the Foxtech Corporation are now not liking the family anymore and are very much willing to assist in causing them issues. So that's good. We don't have to deal with the corporation in regards to them anymore. But it does mean they want to poke their heads in our apartments.
I know there is a phrase for enemy of my enemy. He's a friend, but I don't know. When it comes to a corporation, that seems dangerous to think like this. They're not really our friends.
I agree for the most part.
Do not
would
see them as having many good things to say. Wanting to help us, that sort of thing.
I am almost certain they're doing it for their own ends, but I also don't want to piss off a corporation too much and have them cause issues for our residents. Especially when Hamsky agrees to let them go into the apartments before asking me. High pressure situation, though. I don't put much blame on him. He was worried about Mo. But that's about the
As long as they didn't cause any trouble with anyone there.
They
The
were
residents.
They were very polite. They had their, I think it's head of marketing was in the area. So they sort of acted as a liaison. So instead of being all angry, oh, give us what we want. They were very polite and asking what to do. When they would get pushy, he would snap at them, which was kind of funny to watch.
Well, that's a first.
Mm.
I wish we had gotten whoever that was the first time they started poking their heads around. Might have been a bit more willing to listen to what they had to say if they would have stopped demeaning. Making us feel like trash.
Harassing our patrons, etc.
Hmm.
And then I am still going to keep them at a 10-foot pole distance. Best to be cautious than immediately trusting. But it's nice to know we're not fighting
That
two
is
fronts for now.
probably a wise idea. Still do not trust them. Well, if we are going to have to deal with them, at least we can try to make things pleasant. As best we can.
On a lighter note, that isn't work talk, I got you a couple of gifts. Would have given them a couple of days ago, but was sort of busy with stuff over the holidays. Would
I
like
can
them?
imagine. You brought them with you. I did not bring your gifts with me.
Oh, that's fine.
Not really. Much for gifts and gift giving during the season is a bit strange for me. But I appreciate that.
These ones are fairly simple. Got one larger wrap package that seems a bit soft, and one that's more like a box that's kind of small.
Do you want me to open these now?
Up to you. If you want to open them now or later, I can hold on to them if you want to open them later.
If I had known, I would have brought your gifts with me.
You're fine. Which one are you opening?
Yeah, the box.
The box.
Is on top.
Yeah, the box appears to contain a small clip-on flashlight, one they would can clip on like a jacket or something.
Is this?
Got you this because it is a clip-on flashlight. Can clip onto jacket or shirt or something. Figured would be useful
For when we go exploring and such.
or when you are doing work with Aegis. That way, if there's a fight, you don't have to hold your phone around. And you can use your hands freely.
Not too smart. I had not considered this before. Thank you. Helping with keeping me safe.
It is not as perfect as a phone, though, since, it's attached to your chest, so it might get awkward somewhat. I guess you could also attach to, a headband if you wanted to, but you'd have to get a headband.
That, or just take it off and hold it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of that. I know.
Seems simple enough. Just looks like it clips on. Thank you.
And that one's just some warmer clothes, including some nice stockings.
Clothing for the winter.
Got
When I'm working, the hakama is quite warm, so I've not needed much under just an extra layer, but this would be nice, especially when we go out. We go explore somewhere that's cold.
Also included some stockings, because when you're wearing that other outfit, helps pick out for you. Your legs look really cold. So wanted to get something so that you are not
Oh,
freezing your legs off.
I appreciate. The cold does not usually bother me too much, but thank you.
No worries.
Mm,
I'm a often bad judge of what is too cold for organics.
no, I just tend to prefer the cold. Being hot and sweaty is gross and feels miserable, but being cold, it can feel a little sharp and, well, I don't know. I feel awake, focused. It's nice.
Understanding.
But thank you for the gifts.
No worries.
And be sure to bring yours by soon.
Eh,
Yeah. Saw something and, well, thought you might like it.
Simon,
Won't ruin the surprise, though.
apologies for not notifying you I was bringing gifts. Thought was, oh, big surprise. I did not
It's
consider
alright.
exchange.
I do not often think of these things. Holiday is a bit unusual to me. We don't really celebrate it in the Northern Kingdom in Rostov, and the families I stayed with, they did celebrate, but did not live with them very long, so only celebrated with one of them.
I am sort of half and half on the celebrations. I enjoy the gift giving part and like the whole spending time with family. But I don't like the idea that some fat red guy breaks into your house and reverse robs you.
Yeah, I've never quite understood this whole Santa Claus thing. It's a bit odd.
Hmm.
Who is he? Where did he come from? Why does he do this?
I know. All
It's a
I.
very nice thing if it is real.
Hmm. I just wish they'd
No
knock
stories.
on your door like a reasonable person.
Yes.
Hmm.
Would be much nicer.
People always get really upset whenever I tell them that if someone like that breaks into my house, I'm going to threaten them. I do not understand why. I guess it's like a culture thing.
No idea.
I know. Do you know how Queen has been? I know.
No, I haven't spoken to them much since the last time we saw each other. It's been a little awkward, you know.
Mm.
I don't know quite how to approach them, and with everything I said to Mikesama, I feel guilty and a bit. I don't know.
I know.
It's. Well, it is a problem. I am hoping not to get her too involved. Any more than she has already involved herself.
Mm. It is a difficult position, though I do not believe it is your fault. Just bad luck.
Part of me is also still wondering if he meant for us to find him in that alley. You know?
Oh, he absolutely did. I do not see him just out in the middle of Marine Market. Or were we in... I
He
forget what district we were in.
goes to other places. Border of waterfront.
Border of Waterfront.
We were
Re...
on our way back.
Regardless, it was strange. Just
I
sort
don't know.
of out
Creeps
on
me
the
out to
street.
think if he really was following us. Don't want to be on his bad side.
I am hoping he only started following us when we came back. I'd be worried for myself and Smiley if he followed us over to the coal plant. Though I'm sure we would have noticed a vehicle on the way out.
Vehicle and... Well... I would think that cornering us in an abandoned coal mine. That seems more likely. Though, I suppose he does seem to have his preferences for, fine places. Not sure of words. Nice place.
Not a fan of the
Not
dirt.
some dirty coal mine. No, getting dirty is the last thing he seems to want to do.
I know.
Either way, it's... I've not spoken to her much. A few texts, but nothing Nothing major. Just feeling guilty for what I was asked to do.
Hopefully things will work out.
Hopefully.
I wish I could help more with the situation. Part of me... It's like this... It's like an urge to...
It is a very difficult situation.
throw yourself into a situation to help friends, but I know ultimately it would cause more issues than help anything. At least while I still have my issue anyways.
I should still continue to look into them. I've not really given it too many thoughts as of late. Very busy, but... What about you? Any ideas on how to change this? I don't want to call it fixing. You're fine, nothing.
My two thoughts are either we continue looking around in my head, see if we can find something that's the source of it. Since asking our programmer, we couldn't figure it out. Alternatively, maybe going back to my administrator's house, seeing if there is anything left. Maybe design documents,
mentioned that
schematics,
last time.
something. It is...
Perhaps.
It's difficult. Not sure I could face him if he's still there. Probably a skeleton by now, to be honest, if he was. But... I don't know.
Does not sound like a pleasant trip.
He is the man who gave me life, created me. I owe everything to him. But I know nothing of him. He was only there for a scant 24 hours in my life. It's like this whole disconnect. I feel like I should respect him, do more for him, honor him, this sort of thing. But he has had very
Mm,
little impact on anything aside from my existence. But it was a big impact. Like, how the fuck did he make me? Some guy in the slums out of scraps.
I must admit it is very hard for me to relate to this.
Mm.
I obviously know my parents, but I grew up with them. Did everything to, well, do right by them.
Mm.
So, your situation is very foreign to me. I admit I do not know what to say. But we'll be
I
there to support if I can.
I definitely should have at least gone back whenever I figured out what dying was and buried him or something instead of just leaving his body there.
Mm,
I'm sure the authorities have come and went through the place by now, or some scavengers or something. But it might be something. You have a proper funeral. Maybe he had
mm,
family. I don't know. That'd be fucky, wouldn't it?
maybe.
I hope he doesn't have family.
Ooh,
That would cause probably some issues with ownership. I like my
mm,
administrator being August. Or,
maybe. Though I suppose if they were never there for you in the first place, you don't owe them anything, but I understand the complexities of you being synthetic and all that.
mm,
Um, but what I was going to ask was, do you know if he created other uh, units like yourself?
I do not know. From what I remember up there, I think he used to be a scrapper. Like, not sure if he was part of the scrapper gangs that you see around Industrial and Waterfront, but I know he did that sort of work. Lots of parts and everything around his apartment, sort of scattered about.
Hmm.
He could have built more, but I never saw them.
Just makes me wonder if you have any siblings out there
Mm.
that aren't, skippers.
Sometimes I have dreams about that. It's like I'll wake up in front of a vast lake or in a field somewhere, and there are a bunch of other me's laying around, all deactivated and dead.
It's a strange thing.
Mm. I don't think dreams are supposed to make sense most of the time, though, so I don't know if that's real.
Mm. I can't remember any. Been so long. Ever since Iris and I met. I don't really remember any of my childhood dreams. It's a strange feeling. Less like being asleep and more like being half awake.
I
Being awake
wonder.
enough to know that you are asleep, but not being so asleep that you feel like you're not awake?
I think I can understand the feeling. Most of the
It's difficult to
time,
describe.
most of the time when I rest, I do not properly sleep. Or dream, anyways. I will
Mm.
sit in a corner and go into charge mode. I'll turn off my peripherals, my eye, ears, most of my locomotion to help generate more power. But I am still somewhat awake, thinking. Sometimes I'll dream during that, but most of the time I don't.
Hmm. It's hard to imagine.
I can.
Still, your dream, it sounds very unusual.
It's very weird. I do not understand it. I've been having it since I was very little.
Hmm. Perhaps it is important. Like the memories that Arison sometimes shows me. The one, I think that is their home. It's something very important to them. Maybe you're having this dream for a reason. Your mind wants to remember something or show you something.
I know. Well, if you ever come across a big field with a bunch of dead synthetics and a big hole in the world in the distance, then let me know.
I'll be sure to let you know. That being said, Arison seems to think so. And if what Lorelai-san said about it is true, Arison might know a thing or two about dreams.
Maybe worth looking into? The only issue
Maybe
is
not
that
worth looking into, but worth remembering, worth thinking about, considering.
Also had a thought when you mentioned you do not dream anymore. I wonder if you could, like, would probably be hard to do since you were sleeping, but if you were sleeping nearby someone, I wonder if you could hop into their dream. Sort of share one.
Eh? Oh. Mm. Controlling my power while I'm asleep is very difficult.
That would be the hard part, yes. And then,
Every so often, when Arison and I are recalling memories that are not so pleasant, sometimes I wake up to find things in my room not where I left them. They've been thrown. I don't always have control when I am asleep. It's okay. It's not your fault. Or my fault, really. It's just what is. Um. I had another thought, but I cannot remember. No, nothing's coming back to me.
I'm sure it will hit you later. That's what happens to me. We'll be completely different conversation, then we'll be like, oh shit, I needed to go do that. And then I
Yes.
accidentally say it out loud and everyone
I
looks at me.
have experienced this same thing before. Very confusing. Oh well. Nope. Still can't think of it.
Understood. A query.
Hmm?
I've been. How word? Remember back at the rack when that one synthetic asked to go on a date with you?
Yeah.
Mm.
Why?
Uh, Nothing relating to that one specifically, but I was thinking a lot. Do you think it's weird for synthetics to date organics? I don't know.
Um,
As someone inexperienced in romance as I probably am.
Probably not the right person to ask about this sort of thing either.
Mm.
I have no experience in romance and dating, all that sort of thing. And I guess not. It is not a thing that had really occurred to me before. There are very few people like yourselves in Rostov. At most, there are stories of armored metal people wandering around, warforged.
Mm.
People born to fight and, well, made with magic. I don't know of any stories of anyone ever falling in love with one, though I've never met one and there are not many stories of them either.
Mm. It is a rare thing. I
Hmm.
know some people definitely do it, like Skipper and Eli are relationship, but
Hmm.
it is still something you don't see super often. A lot of people have different opinions.
Hmm.
Just curious on yours.
I can imagine. The part of me wonders if part of that is because, well, the chances that you will long outlive anyone, that is quite high, yes?
Big likelihood.
Hmm.
If I play my cards right, I'm going to live forever. Though, definitely something I worry about a lot.
It is not uncommon or unheard, but in Ristov there is this idea, a sort of sadness mixed with happiness. When someone who is long lived, especially the elves, um, finds someone and gives their heart to them, that this happiness, it will only last a time, and it will leave a curse. A curse of a sorrow that can never be truly removed. But a sorrow that is still filled with happiness all the same. Complex emotion.
Mm.
Knowing that one day the person that you love will be gone, but that not loving them is still just as bad.
Would be unbearable.
But that a lifetime, so long, filled with the sorrow of knowing that the one you love is also gone now, is equally as difficult. There was a term for it once, but my knowledge of Elvish is very limited. Not many speak it up in the mountains. Um, Even among the adventurers who would pass through, only some of them would know it. And even fewer spoke fluently. But there
Mm.
was a term for it, a word they used to describe this happy sorrow. I think there's a better word for that as well.
Melancholy?
That one. Melancholy. An impossible love.
Hmm.
One that you cannot live without. I suppose to answer your question, though, I guess I don't see a problem with that. Though it does seem odd question, especially to someone like me. I am not exactly one who knows much.
Mm.
You'd be better off to ask even someone like Homskiso. He's had plenty of girlfriends.
Mm.
I'm sure he could tell you.
I just worry that if I ask this question to other people would not take it very seriously. It's been a thing that's stuck in my head. I trust you a lot.
I'm glad you do. I will try to give you good advice in the future, but when it comes to love and romance, I am probably as clueless as you are.
Mm. I do not think a lot of people I know how to have very healthy relationships, I've noticed. Either they do not know how to romance like yourself, or they tend to get into relationship, then keep throwing themselves into danger and end up hurting the one they love.
That I have definitely seen.
I do not understand this.
It's a sorrowful thing.
Same with people trying to like become parental figures. I've seen this a lot, where they will adopt a child and then go to war, like immediately after. This has happened to like someone has declared themselves Skipper Sibling Unit's father like 3 times and then immediately gone and tried to get themselves killed.
That is... Huh. Kind of messed up.
A little bit. I think it's just Zafira. Zafira's weird. People are violent.
Maybe? I've also not had anyone try to adopt me. Well, aside from the foster families, but that
Different
really didn't
situation.
go well. And that
It's like
wasn't
a
their fault at all.
it's like a legal
It
thing, and
was
then
just my fault.
the other one's more like a hey, we're family now thing.
Yeah. I've not had anyone try to do that, especially since I became an adult.
Mm.
If anything, I find more and more some of the adults in my life keep coming to me for advice, and it's kind of weird.
I think it's because you are very level-headed. Like a lot of people are very rash, will throw themselves into things. You tend to think things through a little bit more.
Maybe, but
Or at least you give that
does
appearance.
not change the fact that sometimes I wish I could go to some people for advice. But it's really awkward when, the person constantly comes to you for advice or to ask your thoughts on things.
Mm.
It's not quite the same.
If
I used to be able to go to my parents anytime I was worried about something.
Mm.
No, it's a lot harder. At most, I know I could go and talk to Hezekiah-sensei, but that's a bit different.
Mm.
He is like a teacher. less of a father. Oh, he has been very kind to me in the past. Not I would not want to take away from, diminish.
Mhm. You like the teacher-student relationship.
Seem to have a lot of that, actually. There was Hasagawa Sensei, Isakaya Sensei, Tawa Sensei, and now Aki Sensei.
Mhm.
I've had many teachers.
I think that's a good thing.
It's very few parents since my parents passed away.
I think having a lot of teachers is a good thing. Big learning.
I suppose so.
But you were saying about advice. Do you need any advice on anything? I don't know. I am willing to listen.
No, not. Well, I suppose that is always the case. I never turn down good advice, but. A lot of the things that I am finding myself problems having to wrestle. They are difficult to discuss. Things like you know who,
I see, I see.
how to handle that. The situation I found myself in, and well, I was trying to be brave about it, but sometimes it's hard to be brave.
It is a lot to
Yeah.
think about.
Know that if the wrong thing happens, someone says something or someone does something, I trust the wrong person. You know. Powerful people are scary. Can do a lot to hurt people like us. And then there are small things. I've gotten older and I no longer have my mother to guide me. How do I be a woman? How do I find happiness? How should I live my life? That sort of thing. Things I wish I could still go to them for, but I can't anymore.
I think I understand that. August did his best with teaching me how to function in society, but he could only give information from his perspective, which tended to be fuck big organizations and corporations and the government. Try to do things on your own if you can. Which I have found through experience not to always be correct.
There is certainly some wisdom to being cautious with such things, sure, but definitely not everyone is out to get you.
Mm-hmm. Want to go walk around? There is a good view of the sea down the street.
I think I remember the last time I was here, I didn't have the opportunity to enjoy it. Amski-san was deciding to come and talk to us. You know, so it was just a bunch of problems. So worried she would spot me and just.
I think given it's Athena, that's a reasonable fear, but you are good at sneaking around. Good at unseen.
Perhaps, but our conversation went on for so long that, oh, hello. Um, the conversation went on for so long that eventually well, I kept having to drop out of it. Couldn't stay hidden, hide myself with my mind. Had to physically hide myself. Gosh.
A lot of little ones about.
You should be careful. Don't want to step on them by accident.
Mm. I forgot how pretty this view is.
Very calm for the ocean. Makes me wonder if something out there keeps it from getting super big waves, you know? Like if you go to a beach.
I think typically, I know not too long ago there was a bit of a hurricane, but the city's built for it, so I think things recover not too slowly.
Yeah.
You can see the stars. It's been a long time since I've seen the
Surprising out
stars.
here. Huh?
It has been a long time since I have seen them. Was told by Syl sibling unit that there are stories behind how they form shapes.
Constellations. Unfortunately, I did not learn many of them, but I've heard of them.
Like, they told me about how there are a couple, Ursa Major and Ursa Minor. It is a mother bear with their cub. And if you look for them, you can find the star that points you north, roughly. Though I don't know which ones are that, if we can see them at all.
I wouldn't know.
I know. Sure is pretty though.
Unknown.
I can't believe it. You are stealing my vocabulary. I am converting you to synth language. Ooh.
I guess. It's just the way you put it. You know, it makes sense. Just unknown. I don't know. It makes sense more and more that I talk to you.
A lot of my words are bad habits. Technically need to learn how to talk more like a normal person, which I am completely capable of doing. I can talk normal, just need to think. but easier to shorten words, use only necessary ones. It's what I did when I was little, when was still learning.
I suppose it
Never
makes sense.
got out of
If you
language
can get
habit.
across what you need to say with less words. Unless you're trying to be
Eloquent?
fancy about things. Elephant?
Eloquent.
Eh? Oh, eloquent. Meaning fancy, yes. Fancy words.
Mm.
I guess. Though I suppose sometimes the big words are better, you know? Because you can use less words to mean something. But then, also, if you just simply respond with unknown. I at least know what that means, though maybe others won't.
Sometimes I just throw out there by accident when I am trying to find what I want to say. It's like a small error. Say it on accident. Like how organics will say or like make a small vocalization when they are thinking about stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think I understand. Was one of the strangest things learning to speak the common tongue better when I was younger. Everyone says or Growing up, everyone says or or Well, there is a word for it. I can't think. It's like
I know I've heard you say
I'm
this.
thinking.
And then when someone says what you are wanting them to say or what you're thinking of, you go so.
I understand. It's like saying yes.
Understanding.
Is language where I come from. Sort of like your language. It's a little bit different. Though unknown does seem a little more complicated. Now that I think about it. Big word.
Big word.
Instead can just say or eto.
I don't know. Now I'm conscious of it.
Whatever you are more comfortable with.
People often comment when I use fuller sentences, I've noticed. Or when don't refer to self as Magpie unit. They'll be like, and they'll be like, oh, you're being way more eloquent as of late, or speaking in more words. And I'm like, I normally talk like this. I know. I'm just using I because it is more convenient than saying Magpie unit every 5 sentences.
Hello. I think they have come to see the sea as well. Or maybe not. Maybe they're just a bit lost. Don't know.
Thanks for coming out to have food with me, by the way. It's been a little bit lonely, to be honest. The inn feels very empty.
Can imagine. I will probably be a bit busy over the next few days, but if you want me to come by, or just want company, either I can come to you or you're welcome to come to me.
I might come and visit the shrine again this year. Seems like the best way. That way you can keep doing your work, and I can get a new
If you
omamori.
want to. If you want to come, the first sunrise of the year is always a very special time for people. It is when most people make their first and, for some, their only visit to a shrine.
Need would be a
The
good
sun
opportunity
is
to break out
very important.
the kimono I bought.
Oh, okay. If you want to.
I
We
ended
don't
up
have, what'd you say,
dress code.
uniform dress code, yes. For our guests. But you are welcome to wear whatever you find comfortable.
It seems like a good opportunity to
Though,
wear it. I spent a lot of money on
if you
it,
show up,
and I never got to wear it because the onsen closed down.
you'll want to get there a good bit early. If you do, we're usually celebrating. Can watch some of us dance.
Hmm.
We do sacred dances to honor the kami and try to bring in good luck for the new year.
And sing. I am curious to see what it looks like. I imagine very different to sort of dancing you see here in Zafira.
It will be my first time practicing as a full priestess. Very excited. Responsibilities are a little bit different. I'm too nervous.
You got this. You are very good at what you do. This is why you have gotten this position.
Thank you. I am nervous, but I think we will be fine.
I will.
The other priestesses that have been there longer have been showing me and encourage, answering all questions I have, making sure I am prepared. Since Hosokawa sensei, not Hosokawa, Aki sensei, he wants to do this as you are ready. This will be how you prove yourself. Show yourself to the kami. Make your name known.
I will definitely make sure to be there then. So can cheer you on, be like, go Sakura!
Maybe don't cheer during the performance. Not good. Very bad. Might make some of the spirits very upset. But you're welcome to watch and maybe cheer when it is over.
Give big applause then. Have you told...
There should also be some fireworks at some point. Oki-sensei usually handles this. He loves fireworks.
Just let me know when they are going to happen.
Okay.
Not the
I
biggest
will
fan of
probably
fireworks.
be there overnight. We'll be very, very tired in the morning. But you're welcome to come by.
Understood. No, now well, I guess you mentioned them. Have you told Asagawa about your promotion?
No, not yet. I actually had been talking to Rika-chan about going back and visiting the monastery. She hasn't been in some time, and I want to show Hosogawa-sensei how thankful I was. Or am now. I wasn't always the most thankful student.
From what stories you've told, I am sure they definitely want to see you. They'd be very proud of how things turned out.
Hmm. Well, Sugawa-sensei said that leaving the monastery behind and seeing the world for what it was would open my eyes. And he was right. I'm so sure. Did not expect to find anything like Zafira. Well, either way, I want to try to go and visit again soon. Just have been very, mm, hesitate. Little nervous, you know.
I'm sure things will go well.
Thank you. What about you? Do you have any plans for the new year?
I do now.
Oh. I meant after. What sorts of things do you want to try to do? Everyone always talks about having their New Year's resolution or whatever, so I figure maybe you have one.
I've never really put much thought into it. And then,
It's okay. To be honest, I don't have one either. It's like, don't know. It feels so hard to predict what will happen each year. Actually, I was looking through some old photos on my phone and saw pictures I had taken of myself a couple of years now ago. And I barely recognize myself.
you are now tall and strong.
Joining ages and all of the responsibilities that came with it, and helping Hamsuki-san with his business, being security. It's changed me a lot. Growing up, I never wanted to fight. In fact, my parents told me I should never. They told me I should never become an adventurer like they were.
Sort of accidentally landed on something similar, I suppose.
Adventurers take jobs to try to help each other or help other people. And they get paid for it. Sort of what I'm doing now, I think.
I think you have done very well for yourself.
Thanks.
Hmm? You, I guess you already said you want to visit But do you have any other plans? I don't
The New Year?
know.
Oh. Rikiton and I were going to work on food for New Year's.
Ooh.
The idea is that we celebrate New Year by eating a bunch of food beforehand. I go get some rest, and then I make my way to the shrine. Do my work for the evening, come back, and then sleep again. I will be very tired.
Big sleep.
It is important to welcome in the new year. But rest is also very important.
I am now imagining we'll have to carry you back to Aegis because you have passed out from doing so much. People will be
Worst
like, oh
comes to
no,
worst.
something bad happened. And then I will be like, no, she just sleep.
Worst comes to worst, can take a nap at the shrine. Would not be the first time anyone has taken a nap.
I think one thing I'd like to learn is how to play an instrument. It is something I've always been interested in doing. I like music. My two of my brothers are musicians as well. Well, I say brothers. I'm not sure how much can consider Kanto a sibling. Haven't seen them in such a long time.
Yeah, hope he's okay.
I
It's been a while.
I saw a post on Metagram. Apparently, quite recently, he was performing somewhere.
Oh,
So I think he's doing well.
has he gotten famous and not told us?
Oh, absolutely, he's gotten famous.
What? He did not tell us.
I guess he didn't tell you.
Which also means he hasn't been... He said he was working on that album. I was very excited to hear it.
Oh, have you not?
Do you
have you
know
not
if-
heard it?
He finished it.
It's been out
No.
for a little while now.
I did not know.
I
Maybe I missed it or something. I know he was saying he was getting pretty close. And then he sort of just disappeared. And he wasn't working at that shop. In fact, you remember the record player? Got me? I had actually been just thinking about going to his shop and buying one when you got that for me, but every time I went to check on his shop, it was empty and closed.
it has not been open for a little while now. I think he's been busy touring or something. Here I can see if I can pull it up. I'm assuming we're thinking of the same album, unless you're talking about like a second album. Because like I know he's released
no,
at least
the first one he
one.
was working on for quite some time.
Yeah, I'm like 80% sure that's out, and has been out for a little while. See.
I guess I just missed it. I don't check Metagram all that often.
It's probably a good
Not
idea.
really my thing.
Metagram is very.
Last couple of times I checked it, it's just a bunch of people yelling at each other over everything.
Oh, absolutely.
It was exhausting to read. That being said, if you send it to me, I'd love to listen.
I'll be sure to once I get home. I'm trying to find the post about his performance. There are so many posts of people at Christmas. I just ended up staying home.
Me too.
I guess this could
Lots
be...
of good food at the cathedral, though. Everyone was eating food, and there was plenty to go around. So, you know.
I guess this could be like belated Christmas celebration, sort of.
I guess.
I know.
Oh,
What happened? I was looking at my phone. Oh. I think they're just one of the guards around here.
yeah.
Hmm?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Rude.
Very rude.
Jackass.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyways,
Lost, train of thought.
can say one thing though.
Hmm?
Very thankful that you're in my life.
Yeah. Thankful to have you in mind. I sort of came to a realization recently that I don't have very many friends. You're one of the few.
Friends are hard to come by.
People I'm friendly with. But very few I feel would call me a friend.
I think it is less about the number and more about the quality. Have a lot of good friends you can trust. That's a good thing.
Maybe. I guess it just
Or at least you can trust. I hope you
feels
can trust me.
weird.
I know.
Maybe it's just different here, but growing up in my village, everyone pretty much knew everyone. Everyone was friendly with each other because we all depended on each other to survive up on the mountain. We took care of each other. People would have their disagreements or might even fight a little, but mostly everyone got along.
That sounds nice.
Now, there are so many people I do not know or barely know that are in my life. And even less of them are people I consider friends. Or at the very least think would consider me one.
It would be nice to live in a place like that where everyone is trusting. I'm very used to everyone being all hand on their revolver on their hip, ready to get into a gunfight with each other.
I mean, I suppose in other places it's like that. New people show up in your town and you don't know whether or not they're going to bring problems your way. Might be a little suspicious, but up on the mountain, everyone has to work together. You're forced to get along. And when it comes to potentially not making it through the winter safely, and having a argument with your neighbor, the argument does not seem so important. Even the adventurers who would come through, the amount of trouble they would cause was pretty little. Most of them were there for spiritual reasons, coming to pray to Baloo, if anything.
Mm.
And I guess it just didn't really make sense to cause trouble.
Mm.
We had very little of value outside of the cave up on the mountain, and who's going to be stupid enough to try to steal from one of the great dragons of Ristov?
I imagine someone living around here would.
Try it.
Not succeed.
Likely to end up cursed or worse. It's getting a bit cold.
Want to return home or go wander around somewhere else a bit more?
I don't have much else to do. Figured I'd hang out with you for most of the day.
Understanding.
But it is getting a bit chilly out here. I can only stand outside in the cold for too long.
Could go somewhere a bit warmer. I know of one spot I've been peeking at. It's like an old abandoned train station that could be fun to look around. Alternatively, let me check my phone. Could try going over to Bay 9. Maybe go visit some people. I think they're having a Christmas party there.
If you have friends you want to go and visit, that's fine. Otherwise, like I said, I'm with you.
Understanding.
I don't have anything else I'm doing, so it's between sitting in my room and practicing guitar for most of the day, or spending time with you. And I think I'd much rather spend time with you than be stuck alone so close to the new year. Especially on one of my few days off.
They doing things and walking around. If we do go to Bay 09 though, I'd like to stop by the rack and switch into my work clothes. It's not the safest area, but there are friends there. Like to be ready for a fight in case it happens. It's an industrial.
It's fine. We can head back, warm up a bit. You can grab your things, and we'll be fine. I like the jacket, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I got
It's
it
nice
new.
colors.
Wanted to get something a bit more casual. Something less...
It's you.
Oh, do you want to see the coolest part?
Sure.
It comes with a back display.
Oh. Wait, is that... Oh, it's like a little screen. This looks familiar, though.
I wanted to make a cool pattern, so I just drew the first thing that came off my head. Or off the top of my head? How does that saying go? I know. You know what I mean.
I don't know. It just looks familiar. I feel like I've seen it somewhere. Maybe it's just similar.
Maybe.
I don't know. Iris says they like it, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Iris.
Oh, don't forget your things.
Oh? Oh. I thought I put that back on my back. Guess I didn't.
No, you did not. So excited.
I'll have to... Also, when we go over to your shrine, I'll have to see if I can get a new Omamori. Because aren't
We've
you...
made plenty, if you want one.
I think they've brought me good fortune. Ever since I've started wearing them, I've not had to get a new chassis.
It was this way, right? To that
Yes.
alley?
I think
Shotgun.
yeah, this. Press down. Yippee! Alright. Do you want to go explore a place or do you want to go to Bay 09?
I'm fine with whatever.
Alright.
Sounded like we were gonna go to Bay 09 since you
Yeah.
mentioned it.
It's open, but I don't know how
Stings
long
me.
for since it's been for a little bit. But they haven't posted the little closed message, so I think it's still open. Let me double check that Magpie's model is within bounds. Where the fuck is it? There she is. Yes, perfect. Are you in the server?
Sorry?
Are you in the server?
Maybe? I don't remember.
Alright. Easy way to check.
Is there a Discord group? Or not a Discord, but a VRChat group that I need to be a part of?
There is a VR chat group. Here, I can.
Bay. Yeah, I don't think so. AO9. Yeah, no, I'm not. Did not know there was a Discord for it.
Send an invite over Discord. Should be safe to look at our DMs.
I mean, I can just pull up the inbox and go in.
Oh yeah, fair. I always forget about the inbox. It seems like such a useful feature. Whoops.
It is a very useful feature because I don't turn off all of my notifications, but I can just open that up and just quickly just tick, 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 tick through any servers.
Yeah.
Get rid of any new messages and kind of keep track of things. It's how I lurk so well.
Mm.
I can just quickly see things.
So
I'm in the Discord.
speaking.
Also, it has been announced. Wardens will be in the New Year's Eve map. They're gonna have a
Fuck yeah.
poster.
Also, let me
I
join
also say that
this channel.
Neon Divide will also.
Fuck yeah. Big hype.
Actually, now that I think about it, shit, was I a part of those pictures? They posted a picture of the thing. Is Tal in there? Do I get to be on? Do I finally, after all these many years? Oh my god, dead center, top, middle. Holy fuck. Yeah, right there.
Let me look. Fuck yeah. Oh, Frey also gets to be there near the middle.
Yeah, I see you in this ham ski.
She's pointing at the logo.
Oh my god. Like, look.
I can,
Yeah, that's great. That's so exciting.
I can tell they cropped out my sword though. But you know, that's fair. I'd rather more people be
super
visible.
Exciting. All right, anyways, let me finish reading through their roles and whatnot. Stay in character, respect the environment, Zephyra. Okay. Don't swap avatars constantly, avatar guidelines, no spectating without being invisible without permission, do not cause major disruptive. Without permission! Cool. Getting into a small fight or mugging someone is fine, but don't try starting a firefight or invading the area without permission from the DMs first. Okay. I don't think we're gonna have that problem.
Yeah, we're just going around to visit.
Yeah, consent is key. Cool. Avatar requirements. Oh wow, actually, I think now that I look at it, this literally might be fine, this model.
Yeah. I had issues with my model,
Because
but it's
they
because
didn't
I had
set
a big
a
texture memory.
material limit. That's wild. Yeah, only texture memory.
Mm.
Texture memory and download size, which my download size should never be above 40.
Yeah, I think they were trying to make it like in the same way the meat rack stats are, like so that you can go there and have fights, like because it's a dangerous area, but also keep it within reasonable so people aren't just crashing
And the
24/7 because
texture
someone
memory is just above
explodes.
half of their limit. I will swap into this version because this one doesn't have a light on it, and I don't want to
Yeah.
scare anyone.
I need to fucking sit down and figure out how to optimize Magpie's textures better because she's really chunky on
And then
texture memory.
Pokemon rolls, cool. But yeah. Sorry?
I need to sit down and try and optimize Magpie better because she's really chunky on texture memory.
Okay. Well, if you need help, I can
Yeah.
probably assist in advising at the very least, because there's certain textures that will just eat your RAM.
Yeah.
Mostly normals. Normal maps are the worst for that.
Yeah. It's definitely the normals. I ended up putting them down from 2K
Yeah.
textures down to 1K textures in terms of size. That makes everything look really muddy.
How do I?
Works for this model though.
Your check. I will request to join. Yippee!
Perhaps maybe they aren't open then. Now that I look at it, because they do not have any instances open, even though they say they're still open. Damn.
Maybe check their announcements if they have one. They have floppy announcements.
Yeah.
Day 09 will be open December 27th at 2, but yeah, that was like 4 hours
Yeah.
ago.
I thought it might be open because they run really late and they usually post a "we're closed" thing, but I guess they didn't. All right.
That's entirely possible.
Stuff for future then. I guess then let me switch back to Flashlight Magpie. I guess we could go explore some places if you want to.
I'm fine with whatever.
Fuck yeah. So another lobby's open. I don't think much is open.
Cats. Move
Cat moment.
that out of the way.
Da-da-da-da. Where did I put it? I just had it. It's by the one I want to look at is by the same person who made that one bank map that you were looking at.
Okay.
They also have one for a train station that looks kind of abandoned. I guess we could also go to the sewers, but you know, up to you if you want to do that one.
I don't think Sakota wants to be in a sewer today.
Yeah. And then I have a couple other ones. I have a lot of small ones right now. Where the fuck did it go? I thought I favorited it. I guess I didn't.
There we go. A little bit better.
Da-da-da-da.
I feel like the little... back of the headset is like kind of coming loose.
Alright. Let me know when you're ready for me to plop down a portal.
Go ahead.
Fwapa. It is over there.
Okay. Okay. Yeah?
Yeah,
You
we
having fun
dance.
there?
We dancing.
We do a little dancing.
I forget which spawn is the good one. One of them is like
Go check real
outside.
quick.
Really.
Sit nice and comfy.
Yeah. Alright, I figured it out.
Like losing tracking for some reason. I don't know why. Oh Jesus! Fuck! That fucking scared the piss out of me.
It's the Civ for scale.
Just for scale. It's just like the way his fucking face is with the lights.
Yeah.
Should have said something. Fucker.
I was going to, but I was like, how long till she notices? I wonder.
I'm like having a hard time getting my headset to sit comfortably on my face.
That's a piscongle.
It's a little scramble. Okay. To like calm back down. Oh, I should probably also. Oh.
I'll have to see if I can figure out if there's a way to make it so that instead of just like a circle, if I can make it like diamond shaped. Like the little light from her face.
You can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Hello? Elbow tracker? What
I just threw this together
the
like
fuck
in
is going on?
5 seconds. Because I wanted to have something in case we went to this map. Because it's pretty dark.
Yeah. Give me a moment.
Might also increase the radius because it's kind of small.
Elbow? Why are you not tracking? Something in my room is interfering, and that's got me a little worried. Like, what the fuck's going on? Even my foot's losing tracking. What the fuck? What is going on?
Is something shiny in your room?
Grandma? I don't think so.
Sippy. works. Haven't tested all of Magpie's particles on this model yet.
Oh.
Alright. That works as it should. Works as it should. And then this doesn't have any particles.
I don't know what's going on here. Mildly confusing. That's a little better. Okay.
Alright. Once you're ready, we go into this one.
Okay, we'll be cards up once we're in.
Yep. So
Okay.
this is somewhere in, we'll say industrial. Since they were going this way. It is a train station where basically they ended up decommissioning it and building over where the lines were, so it's just sort of sitting there, where unable to go anywhere.
Okay.
Maybe we can.
You're not wrong about it being dark out here.
It's much darker in there than over here. Yeah, I think they started deconstructing this place. Unknown. But they ended up stopping at some point.
They leave it alone long enough, I'm sure people will pick it apart on their own, but...
Yeah. I'm surprised the power is still on, somewhat. A lot of places are like this in industrial. They're like half finished or half in the middle of being taken apart, but they still got electricity and everything running through.
Oh! That would not be nice to trip over.
It's definitely a really pretty building, though.
Yeah, wonder who paid for all this. Some big corporate?
Probably.
Wonder if they were planning on building another big building nearby.
Oh, maybe.
If that's got console, they stopped building this.
It's another tragedy of the absence of governance in this district. I heard some rumors, though, that they might be picking a new counselor for industrial.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw, Joe Batson recently. He showed up at the meat rack. He seemed very confused. Makes me wonder if someone did something to him and he got out or something. Has been lost all this time.
Definitely going to cause issues, I'm sure.
Probably.
Hopefully there's a staircase. I do not want to take that elevator.
Probably not a wise idea, though it does look like there is electricity, so
Mm.
might work. Really dark back here, though. Not many lights.
My window's broken.
Hmm? Oh.
Wonder what broke it. I don't know.
Probably people like us. Just looking around.
There's one broken over there as well.
Maybe someone crawled in,
Maybe.
stole something? Not a lot of glass, so someone must have cleaned it up. There's also not a lot of stuff in here, or what looks like a storage room. Whatever this stuff is, either not having much value for someone to want to steal, or whatever. This is the first time we've been somewhere that's been so well kept.
Mm.
And not completely torn apart.
I think it's because it's still fairly recent. Like, it's definitely abandoned. Like, no one's using this. It's probably where they're getting the power from. Like,
Not enter this enclosure? I'm gonna just back away from.
yeah. Just don't fuck with the box,
That.
basically.
Hmm. Looking at boxes. Someone messed something up.
I know this place is definitely abandoned, though, because there is no lines going here anymore. They already built over the ones. That's why that train is just sort of sitting there. Can't go nowhere.
Hmm. Eh? What's this?
Seems very out of place.
No.
It is talking about genetics.
Maybe someone else was staying here for a while.
Maybe.
Squatting, you know?
Would be a pretty nice place to squat. Nice and clean.
Oh. It's a lot of stickers. Wonder if this is where people are supposed to come through, you know, with their luggage.
Maybe. Looks like
They come in
whoever's...
with their bags and have to get them looked through, or something.
Looks like whoever this was has been all over. They got stickers
Shame they left it so
for
then.
Florida, for Eden, for Orlando Saka. Bunch of places. Oh, sorry.
It's alright, just a bit bright.
I need to remember my face is a flashlight. Here, I lowered the brightness a bit.
This looks like just a closet.
Looks like the door is code locked at some point, though. Maybe they stored valuables in here? It's a keycard lock. Like, swipe something through here.
know.
So I must
Hard to
have
say.
taken the door off to get at the valuables.
Actually, where is the door? Did they steal the door?
Oh. A real robbery. Thievery! Stealing!
Who steals a door? Unless it's a very impressive door.
Hmm.
Maybe.
It couldn't have been that good of a door. They managed to take it off the hinges.
True. Huh.
Guess that must have fallen over.
Maybe.
Honestly, it looks starting to look a lot more like people left here in a hurry or something. I don't know. Maybe there was something that happened here. I'll wait out here.
Huh. There's definitely a floor above, but looks like only one.
Oh, there's a staircase.
We can check out the rest if you want, but otherwise...
I think we've looked at most everything on this floor. I know.
There's all that out there.
I guess that's also true.
Yeah, and there's a completely other side over there.
Hmm.
This place looks like it was almost done. And whatever happened, happened. But things are just a bit of a mess, rather than being completely mess up, you know?
Hmm. Damn. I wanted to get over the side and do a bit. Oh, there we go. Come over here, come over here, come over here.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Where would you like to travel to today?
Help me get back home to Rostov.
Understood.
Have a train there? Probably not.
We will put you
a
on a
train to
train
Bristol,
that
as far as I
will
remember.
turn into a plane. Unknown. That looks fucked up.
Oh. Yeah.
Let me
Hard
get
to make
out
out
of here.
from over here. Eyes are bad. I really need to talk to Ionson about getting my visor remade. Doesn't fit my face properly anymore. Falls right back off.
Have you ever tried contacts? Anything?
It's a complete quiet. I didn't see anyone. So maybe they're either somewhere around here or maybe in one of the businesses nearby. Maybe they don't know we're here.
Maybe.
Yeah, not to be here.
I mean, there's no sign saying keep out, so I don't know. We can sort of say, worst case, if they ask us what we're doing here, we can just say, oh, we thought this was a train station. We need to get to waterfront or something. Seems reasonable enough.
Maybe.
Looks like the place is sort of open.
I suppose so. I might ask why we stayed in here. It's all dark and clearly. Then. Why does it look so foreboding?
I don't know. Want to take a peek?
Sure. Maybe. Agree.
So that can't be a real cop. ZPD is closed.
Oh yeah.
Probably some asshole with that managed to buy an old deceased cop car. Left his car on.
Maybe. Didn't they say they were going to be selling a bunch of CPD's stuff?
That's where Charles got his armor.
Oh yeah. Place is big. Though I suppose it kind of has to be. Wonder if these are even running, doing anything.
Hard to tell. You can usually
Very
hear them
quiet
if
in
they're
here.
running, but I don't want to put my ear up to it.
I don't hear anything.
Hmm.
Really eerily quiet down here. Granted, pretty quiet everywhere. Oh. I just hear things now, because I definitely didn't just turn my audio back on. I can hear the fucking police sirens up down.
It's very
Just gonna
loud.
turn that back off for now.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Close the door behind us.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Sorry.
I think we're far enough away from that siren.
Really, really dark down here. They need more lights.
It looks like they have them. They're just most of them aren't on. Like that's a light.
Maybe emergency lights.
Mm.
Hmm. Hmm?
Oh, we're outside.
Well, I mean, I guess if something happens and we want to get out of here. Oh. Fancy things. Wait, is this... What is this?
Maybe it's a big waiting room. Oh, it's a cafe.
Oh. Maybe for people to wait for their trains?
Wait,
Oh. That's alcohol.
It's the shop.
That's a dumb name.
If I ever start a business, I'm calling it the shop. This is how it's going to be now.
No, you should not.
Call it the business. The place where you buy things.
I suppose whatever you want to call it. Oh. Nice and brightly lit here.
Mm.
Hmm. Huh. There's like a bush on top of the building.
I can't believe they've made a chip flavor based on Yorick.
Eh. I still don't understand why he calls himself that.
Mm.
Oh. Actually works, but I cannot imagine any of the food or drink inside here is... any good?
Probably not. I could try some, but could taste good, but still be bad. Better safe than sorry.
I
Also, we just ate a bunch.
think I can hear the sirens again.
Yeah. Just going to ignore them out of my brain.
Okay. There are like no signs as to where things are.
Mm.
The place really is not finished. Hmm? What is this? Oh, wait. There's actually a train here.
Mm.
I think. Wow, and they just left it here.
Mm. Just left abandoned. Nowhere to go. Wonder if we can get in it.
Hmm. Very big.
Worst case, I could cut a hole into it, but I'd rather leave it for someone to use if they need a place to stay.
Don't want to draw attention to the fact that we were here anyway. What do you see in there? Very dark. I guess that makes sense. I don't see any ways in. Oh well.
Want to check out the second floor?
I guess. There was other stuff this way as well. Eh?
Guess some more signs that the building is unfinished.
Or someone breaks in. Or creates a barricade?
Makes sense if people were squatting here.
people can just get in through here, so does not make much sense. There doesn't look like there's too much sign of fighting.
Hmm.
Oh. Well, this is where we come in.
We've looped. Oop, that didn't happen.
Oh, jeez.
That did not happen. It should not have been on.
That did not happen, but
Yep.
my heart rate is elevated for some reason. I do not know why.
Whoops. Anyways.
Oh, okay, there is a sign. Waiting room.
Parcels, news, cigars.
Oh. If there was anything here.
It has
is
been...
Not anymore.
Yoink.
Oh well. I suppose it makes sense.
That's a lot of money.
Eh? Ah.
Just gonna not touch that.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't. I feel like maybe someone has been using this place. But why would they leave all of this just laying out? So close to the entrance, too? Oh, I think that is broken.
Hmm.
Probably best not to touch. Be careful with it. Oh. I've heard of them. Their music's pretty good.
Hmm.
Very hard to understand what they say, though, in their songs. Oh. Well, those are bathrooms. I think I'm good for now. Don't want to use abandoned toilet. Very gross.
Fuck, I heard a good joke. If you go to the bathroom in a haunted house, does that make it a spooky dookie?
Eh? Guess it rhymes.
I don't know.
You saw the stairs over that way, yeah?
Yes.
Let's go take a look then. What does that say?
Baggage room.
Big. Oh, okay.
Guess they ran out of
That's what
space.
I guess. Maybe they just did not plan this place very well.
Hmm.
Oh well. Oh! I almost walked right into that.
This is more attempted barricades.
Maybe I just keep this on for a bit.
So, out of curiosity, what are going to be your new duties as Aruki Miko
Sorry?
with your new title? have new duties
What about
to
it?
uphold. But are they? Hold on.
Oh. Mostly in keeping to the spirits, but, sort of, how to put... things I'm supposed to do and things I'm actually allowed to do now. Some
Oh.
things I was not allowed to do without being overseen. I was there to assist, but not to personally handle.
Anything of interest? Hold on.
Well, mostly in the creation of certain talismans, certain spiritual devices. Have the authority to talk to certain spirits in a certain way, make requests of them without the help of another priestess.
Hmm.
Wonder what all these are.
I'm guessing these are probably...
That's weird.
ventilation. I imagine over here is probably where all the people work that don't need to
Probably
interface with the
office
public.
building. Yeah. Oh. Fancy tiles.
Looks almost similar patterns to the ones at that one church on the mountain we went to.
Kind of. It's a shame this place is no longer being used. Despite the clouds and smoke, very pretty.
Had I the time and reason to have one, I would buy this place. Maybe set up like an office in here. Don't have a reason for an
I
office
wonder
right
if
now.
it goes all the way around, because it looks like there's more stuff over that way.
Maybe.
Definitely offices. Not locked, though.
That's good.
Oh. Big table.
At today's meeting, we are going to speak on credits, I think.
We have to make so much money.
Money!
Yes, and commit all of the business.
Commit the business.
Business, business, business. Money, money trains.
Money trains. I'm just imagining they're having like a big business meeting and the boss comes over and just slams down a little like model train set and turns it on and they all watch it for the entire meeting.
Huh. Surprised that has not been stolen.
Probably broken.
Maybe.
Couch
Though
looks
if only
comfy.
emergency lights. Maybe nothing in here works?
Maybe.
Oh. do not think it's on. Actually, it's not even plugged in.
Here, let me...
They just say them.
Forgive me for being a little bit greedy, but computer parts are hard to come by.
Take whatever you want. Oh, here, do you need the light?
Yeah, just keep it here. Take...
Just
Aha! I
noticed
still
there's
got
some
parts.
files over there. Go ahead.
See, this is why I carry tools around all the time. You can pull parts out of stuff like this, and people pay a premium for them.
They abandoned this place and left all this stuff here. Though, I guess technically stealing from someone. Unless they just don't want it.
Shouldn't have left it here. They could have taken this out.
True. Could have come back for it at the very least. Mostly blank pages. And some things with numbers? Don't know what most of this means.
Probably like earnings or something. Or like train schedules. Did I ever tell you about the time me and Ronto got lost at a train yard?
Oh. No, you did not.
So we got onto a bus to go over to Industrial, right? Turns out the bus was not a bus, and it brought us right outside of the city. So had
We
to
shouldn't stay out here too long.
had to
There are other businesses and things nearby. Don't want anyone to think that we are... Well, I guess technically now we're thieves.
It's scavenging. It's not thievery. It's only thievery when they're actually using it.
Yes, but given your situation being a simp, I don't want them thinking bad things about you. And I can get away from most people pretty easily.
Fair enough.
Oh, rooms. Oh.
Lights on in here.
Oh. Oh. Wait, what does that say? Open program, enter info, save file, change cunt to... I can't tell what that says. Your handwriting is awful, and my eyes are very, very bad.
I can't read it either. This says evacuation protocols. Probably something for like if they need to get people out of Industrial quick.
Maybe. Maybe that's what this was all about originally.
Oh, that's a
If
good
there were
point.
problems with Industrial District.
I bet that they probably built this.
Using the trains to get a lot of people out.
Yeah. There's any number of tragedies
as
it could be
possible.
related to. It could be zombies over in Waterfront. Could be in the whole Zaris thing. Uh, good to have good plans for it.
I think that's about everything on this side.
Hmm.
We can go check the other side.
Out of curiosity, how is it living up on the station?
Usually quiet. Not a lot of private spaces outside of your room, but people try to be polite to one another. There's not a lot to see, but otherwise it's quite comfortable. People don't bother us up there too often, unless you consider, the case of all. The occasional, troublemaker showing up. But otherwise, it's really not so bad.
Understanding. I've occasionally played around with the idea of potentially moving out of the inn to somewhere else.
You talked about that. Must really be on your mind.
It's just so quiet during the holidays, I've noticed. Like, no one's coming to stay overnight. Skipper doesn't live there anymore. Or right now, anyways.
Imagine. I guess it does get a little lonely up on the station sometimes, but there are people nearby, and I guess if I'm really bored, I could find someone to talk to. Like a bunch of office space. They've boarded up the windows. Strange.
I just worry that if I move out, Hamsky will get all unhappy about it. I know he did that the last time people moved out of the rack.
This place looks like a mess. I cannot blame you for feeling that way. He seems to be very upset anytime someone doesn't want to stay there. Not with all of the things that keep happening, I can't really blame them myself. Looks like if there were computers in here, they've already been taken. Eh?
Looks like the same sort of storage room that was downstairs. Even took the
Yeah.
door again. Must be good doors.
Must be. Oh, gosh. Makes me wonder what happened up here.
Maybe it's related to why everything's all thrown about downstairs. Maybe something happened up here and there was a panic downstairs.
Maybe.
And then that made whatever company running this go bankrupt, or give up on this at least. That's the fun part about this, you gotta piece together what happened. Back outside.
No, I think this is where we came up before.
Oh, I see. Guess
There's the
that's
train.
everything.
It's just about everything.
That was fun.
Eh?
Just a little storage area.
Wait a minute. Is this that cat you keep showing me? The
You
spinning one.
want to see a cool video?
Oh my gosh. I cannot believe we find this back here.
I did not know about this. This is funny.
I do not know why you would know it's back here. I kind of want to see what's out there, if anything. You're a bit lighter than I am. Can you see anything up there?
I have to balance. One moment. Seems like a rooftop. I think that's the area we just were. Like up here.
I want to see. Oh, be careful.
I'm good.
Okay.
I've stood on narrower surfaces higher up. Fall from here would be fine for me.
Dangerous. Yeah. Maybe so, but I don't want to see you get damaged just because we were fooling around. Probably not wise, given some of the damage we'd seen. Well, I think that's about everything. Why don't we make our way around? We can try to avoid those people with the cars, buddies' cars.
Mm.
Think
Hopefully.
we'll go this way. I think we can get back the way we came. Did not realize we came in so close to the tracks.
See that she's stolen the hose.
I thought you might find that useful. Makeshift rope. Makeshift rope. One of the most important supplies any adventurer has to have with them.
I was half tempted to, instead of get you like a set of like ropes and stuff or like climbing gear. But I feel like that's better gotten yourself. That way you can get it properly measured. Instead of me having to like guesstimate.
I think that's the wall. We want to climb back over.
Yeah.
It's a harder getting this way though.
You can probably climb back up over here. Tracks are higher and then just walk along that wall.
Ooh. That does not look comfortable to accidentally run into. Here, you go ahead. Don't want to hit you.
Alright. Do you mind catching me?